That was on purpose. Yeah, they're so same. It's like I didn't know we were having this drama play.
Hey, I think we the go-to.
Probably your idea.
Retired.
Call the meeting of the Moberly City Council to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Jeffrey,
Present.
Brubaker,
Here.
Kimmons,
Yes.
Kaiser,
Here.
Lucas.
Here.
Thank you. Agenda for this evening. Is there any corrections to the agenda? Hearing none, is there a motion for approval of the agenda for this evening?
So moved. Second.
Motioned and seconded. All in favor signify by aye.
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 Motion carries. Number 2, under communication, we have a presentation from Jeff Arp of Murma. Excuse me, we need to approve the minutes. Let me back up. Sorry about that. Any corrections or additions to the minutes from the last meeting?
I move that we accept the minutes as written.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. All in favor signify by aye.
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 Motion carries. Minutes are approved. Now we'll move on to presentation from Jeff Arp.
Mayor, Council, thank you for your time. Like the Mayor said, my name is Jeff Arp. I am a loss control consultant at Murma. Murma is the self-insurance pool that the city's been a member of. Besides processing and handling your claims, we also spend a lot of time, money, and effort promoting the best practices in risk management. We do that through our monthly newsletter, our website, seminars, conferences, and the list goes on. We also have many different reimbursement programs. One program in particular, and the reason why I'm here tonight, is our grant program. It was put together several years ago to help members reimburse the cost of certain equipment you've identified a need for that fits within our risk management philosophy. This past year, we received an application from the police department for funding for a dash mounted camera. The committee met and approved $3,371.25 for that camera. It is a reimbursable program. They would need to buy it first, and we've got to June of next year to do that. I've got a plaque here tonight to show the police department's efforts in getting that money here. I would like to thank them for taking the time to do that. Enjoy the rest of your meeting.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's get a picture with Gene.
Yeah, why don't you? No, I'll let them do it.
For sure. Tom.
No one's here to take. No, Shirley.
I-
Oh, Andre did.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving on to ordinances and resolutions. We'll move to number 3, an ordinance.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I have an ordinance authorizing 2 cooperative agreements for infill development. Has to be read twice by title only for consideration.
All right, you've heard the motion for the reading of the ordinance. Or a second?
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
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 Any opposed? First reading.
An ordinance authorizing 2 cooperative agreements for infill development with Radmer Construction, LLC.
All right, you've heard the reading of the ordinance. Any discussion?
I had a question. Tom, do you know the people that are doing this? Like, this is Radmer Construction. I know there's been others. Are they USDA approved before they start doing the house?
USDA.
loans.
Yeah,
No,
for USDA loans. They
I-
used to, if they were approved on the front end, they could go out and do their inspections. USDA would, and it made the loan process much easier for whoever was
I
buying
don't
it.
know. I'm not aware of it.
Okay.
They are not.
Okay.
I can check.
Of course, I've been out of the loop for 4 years, so it could be different now. But
Yeah, we have not checked on that prior to it. So I mean,
It just makes it a lot easier for the customer or the consumer.
Okay.
That was like with George Bailey and Mr. Potter.
That's right.
Sort of like that.
All right.
Watch that.
All right. Hearing none, second reading.
An ordinance authorizing 2 cooperative agreements for infill development with Radmer Construction LLC.
Okay, you've heard the second reading of the ordinance. Any further discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Roll call, please.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
Brubaker,
Yes.
Kimmons,
Yes.
Kaiser,
Yes.
Lucas,
Yes.
Okay. The motion is passed and the ordinance is passed. So we'll move on to number 4, an ordinance.
Mr. Mayor, I have an ordinance approving a Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission electronic signature agreement and authorizing the city manager to execute the agreement on behalf of the city of Moberly. Ask for it to be read for consideration.
All right. Heard the motion for the reading of the ordinance. Is there a second?
Second.
Been motioned and seconded. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First reading.
An ordinance approving a Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission electronic signature agreement and authorizing the city manager to execute the agreement on behalf of the city of Moberly.
All right. For the reading of the ordinance. Any discussion? I guess I have one would be for Mr. Crane. So is this a requirement now that MoDOT is putting or instituting this as a best practice, or this doesn't bypass any of the regular chain of approval that you would have in doing these things, does it?
No, this is the same program. I think this is just an electronic signature process now.
So are you confident there's enough security about it?
It's the same program. This is just for utility right away that our utility department does, and not right away.
Well, what I was referring to is like electronic security.
Oh yeah,
Verification.
yeah. The DocuSign.
I mean, it gets hacked or whatever, you know. So yeah,
They're using it exclusively now. MoDOT is, so
that's a good thing.
it seems to be the wave of the future.
Okay. All right. Anyone else? Second reading, please.
An ordinance approving a Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission electronic signature agreement and authorizing the city manager to execute the agreement on behalf of the city of Moberly.
All right. You've heard the second reading of the ordinance. Any further discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Roll call, please.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
Brubaker,
Yes.
Kimmons,
Yes.
Kaiser,
Yes.
Lucas,
Yes.
Okay. Motion carries and the ordinance is passed. So we'll move on to number 5, an ordinance.
Mr. Mayor, I have an ordinance approving a Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission Traffic Engineering Assistance Program agreement and authorizing the city manager to execute the agreement on behalf of the city of Moberly. I ask that it be read twice for consideration of passage.
All right. You heard the motion for the reading of the ordinance. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Okay. First reading.
An ordinance approving a Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission Traffic Engineering Assistance Program agreement and authorizing the city manager to execute the agreement on behalf of the city of Moberly.
All right. You've heard the reading of the ordinance. Is there a second? Or excuse me, further read. Is there any discussion? Second reading, please.
An ordinance approving a Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission Traffic Engineering Assistance Program agreement and authorizing the city manager to execute the agreement on behalf of the city of Moberly.
Okay. You've heard the second reading. Any further discussion? Mr. Crane, I'm looking at the timeline there and the dates. So it's showing execution and then final report. So we're talking about May of 2023.
Yeah, they usually go a little bit faster than that, but that's pretty good time. 6 months,
Okay.
roughly.
Anyone else? Any further discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Roll call, please.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
Brubaker,
Yes.
Kimmons,
Yes.
Kaiser,
Yes.
Lucas,
Yes.
Okay. Motion carries and the ordinance is passed. So we'll move on to number 6, a resolution.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have a resolution authorizing and accepting a fourth change order to the Taney Hill Park splash pad. Asked to be read for consideration.
All right, heard the motion for the reading of the resolution. Is there a second?
Second.
Been motioned and seconded. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First and only reading.
A resolution authorizing and accepting a fourth change order to the Tannehill Park Splash Pad contract with Urban Belt Constructors, Inc.
All right, you've heard the reading of the resolution. Any discussion? Hearing none. Is there a motion for approval?
So move.
And a second?
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution is passed. Number 7, a resolution.
Mr. Mayor, I have a resolution authorizing and accepting a change order to the ball field improvements contract at Howard Hills Athletic Complex with Bly Construction Company. Ask for it to be read for consideration.
All right, you've heard the motion for the reading of the resolution. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First and only reading.
A resolution authorizing and accepting a change order to the ball field improvements contract at Howard Hills Athletic Complex with Bly Construction Company.
All right, you've heard the reading of the resolution. Is there any discussion? All right, hearing none, is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The resolution is passed. Moving to number 8, a resolution.
Mr. Mayor, I have a resolution authorizing a contract for a Moberly Industrial Park roadway and intersection extension study with Bartlett and West, Inc. Ask that it be read once for consideration of passage.
All right, you've heard the motion for the reading of the resolution. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
First and only reading.
A resolution authorizing a contract for a Moberly Industrial Park roadway and intersection extension study with Bartlett and West, Inc.
All right, you've heard the reading of the resolution. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion for approval?
So move.
And a second?
Second.
Been motioned and seconded. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The resolution is passed. So that brings us to number 9, a resolution.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have a resolution appropriating money out of the treasury of the city of Moberly, Missouri. Asked to be read for consideration.
All right, you've heard the motion for the reading of the resolution. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First and only reading.
A resolution appropriating money out of the treasury of the city of Moberly, Missouri in the amount of $319,605.57.
I hereby certify that there is sufficient money standing to the credit of the city of Moberly, Missouri, unappropriated, the several funds covered by this resolution to meet the requirements of this resolution. Submitted Gregory L. Hodge, City Treasurer. Any further discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution passed. Moving on to number 10, appointment to the Housing Authority Board.
Yes, Mayor. Mary Brink's position expires this month, and she has shown interest in being reappointed. There's no other applications on file.
All right. Any discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Been motioned and seconded. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Mary Brink is elected. Okay. Anything else to come in front of the council? All right. Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn to the work session.
So move.
And a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Jeffrey?
Yes.
Brubaker?
Yes.
Kimmons?
Yes.
Kaiser?
Yes.
Lucas?
Yes.
Okay. So We are adjourned from the regular session, and we'll move on and open the work session and move to that agenda. And number one on the work session agenda is review of First Amendment to the Cooperative Agreement for Joint Central Dispatch.
Yes, Mayor, we have been working with the county and the ambulance district for the last few months at a joint agreement building on the cooperative agreement that was passed in 2018, 2019. This agreement will continue the landline funding, the cell phone funding, and also include a contribution from ARPA grant funds to help with operational losses in the years 22, 23, and 24. And this also will help introduce a new funding model with a potential 8-cent sales tax in the year 27 or 28. This agreement will be phased in over the next few years if approved, and will allow central dispatching for all users of the 911 system.
Okay, so it being a First Amendment, just real fast, like what was the change of the amendment? What was the amended part?
The basic amendment is the financial funding solution and the user fees that each entity will have to pay to use the 911 service. Currently, only the city contributes after all the bills are paid, and this will be contributions from RCAD, the county, and the city, all going towards the operations of the 911 center.
All right, questions, anyone? When you anticipate this contract to be signed?
We're hoping to get it signed before the end of the year, so I'm talking with the ambulance district and the county about when they're going to hopefully finally approve on their end, and then we will hopefully approve at the next meeting and be ready to start January 1.
All right, anyone else? Anyone opposed to moving that forward? All right, that'll move forward to the next meeting. We'll move on to item number 2, notification of participation in Law Enforcement Support Office.
The police department has been participating in this particular program at least for the last 5 years, and I know of. I'm pretty sure that my predecessors got some equipment out of the federal government as well. This program has changed slightly in that it now requires, from the presidential executive order, now requires participant agencies provide notification to whoever it is, the elected bodies that oversee them. In our case, it's the city council. It also requires that we provide notification to the public that we're requesting permission to continue to participate in this program. The letter that was attached to the council agenda listed all the things that we could possibly ask for. We took helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft off that because we didn't think we had anybody that would be interested in flying those. So we did take those off the list, but they are on the list that came from the federal government. Basically, anything else is things that we could potentially apply for to be given to us. Now, just because it's on the list doesn't mean that it becomes available, nor is it something that we would actually be able to want to go get when we put everything on the list. To date, what we've received is some weapons in the M4 class, which we actually allowed us to increase capabilities for our SWAT team to give us a greater range over what we currently had, and also allowed us to field patrol rifles into every vehicle that we had. So those weapons were right out the gate. It also allowed us to get one of our tactical vehicles. The black one specifically was an LESO. The tan one was owned by Johnson County Sheriff's Department. They gifted that to us because we took over the black one because they didn't repair it. So essentially, this meets the requirements in that new executive order. We're notifying you and giving you an opportunity to say yea or nay, you don't want us to participate, or yes, we can, and also provides a notification to the public through both this means as being in public and also through the electronic formats through the county's council agendas and that type of stuff. So basically giving notification of our intent and wish to continue in that program.
All right, questions for Chief Link? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone opposed to moving that forward? That'll move forward to the next meeting. We'll move on to number 3, request for lighting along West Urbandale.
You see the section up there between Williams and the railroad tracks on West Urbandale there where there are multiple utility poles along there. However, there's no secondary power currently on those. And so they're very dark and there's no houses along there either. So we've had several people contact us about being dark in there over the last couple of years, but mornings and the evenings. And so I have driven that out there and it is very dark, that section. So we have a lot of people using that area. I checked to get secondary power there. Ameren gave me a quote, as you can see. I think it was $3,827.66, and then they'd have to then they would install the lights on that after the fact. We don't have a fund necessarily for that, so talked to Brian about that. He thought we could maybe put in $1,000 towards that and set up an account with NOMO, where those people could donate money towards that cost, and then I think Ameren would be able to contribute maybe $500 in their next year's budget on that as well towards that overall cost. And once we accumulated enough money to secondary power, get that installed, and Ameren would put in the lights, and we would maintain the ongoing cost of the light expense like we would our street lights, those 3 locations.
All right. Questions, anyone? Are you thinking Dollar General too there, or?
We would there at Dollar General. There is a light up there at that intersection, but I thought we would talk to them, and I have also talked to Larry Schnell. I know a lot of the people that he would help me distribute that information to the people in his area there. Those are a lot of the walkers. So just get a little bit of money from all those people through there. I think it would add up pretty quickly.
Well, this is going to be contingent upon raising those funds.
Yes.
All right.
So like I said, we'd have about 1,500 if Ameren in the city puts in our part, and then a couple thousand left to go.
All right. Anyone opposed to moving that forward? All right. Hearing none, that'll move forward to the regular council meeting. Move on to number 4, request from the Moberly Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, Mayor, we received a request from the chamber on a event they're looking at for 2023. They're looking for using a tall building downtown. We reviewed the Kelly Hotel, and they wanted to include that on the list as possible locations for this event.
So what would the purpose of the event be?
Is it public? Do you want to come explain it? Don't want to say something I'm not supposed to.
This is, is it on? This is a chamber fundraiser. So the purpose of the event, we're not completely disclosing at this time. It's called Over the Edge. It is held in Columbia right now, and they've released the contract to us for 2023 if we're interested and able to find a viable building to use.
Questions, anyone?
Would this be something like, would it be appropriate for the mayor to participate on this one?
Absolutely. I think all of you should most likely participate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By that
Sure.
time, maybe a different mayor. So that's good. That's good. I like that.
Cool. We'll take the new mayor or you.
So,
anybody. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I guess what's coming to my mind is liability. If I'm thinking what I'm thinking is,
Mm-hmm.
so I guess that'll all be in the proposal that you'll have.
Everything. Mm-hmm. This event comes with $10 million in liability insurance.
Okay. Anyone else?
But that contract will come later. You
Mhm.
just need
It
to
does.
know.
This is just exploratory right now. We have they will have an on-site visit. They come in from Georgia. This company is out of Canada, and so we have 3 to 4 buildings that they're considering when they have to actually physically look at before they will give us an approval. Once we get the approved list of buildings that we can use, then we'll determine which one is our ideal place. We would like it to be within our Junk Junction Gusmacher event area.
Anyone opposed to moving that forward? All right, thank you.
Thanks.
We'll move that forward to the regular meeting. And last will be receipt of bids for Shelter 5 roof.
So as you see, we got 3 bids. They range wildly. As you can see, the low bid of just over $26,000 is what we recommend moving forward to the next meeting. Essentially, what we'd be doing some in-house work just to save cost, but this is a metal roof and truss replacement on Shelter 5. It's 50 to 55, well, 55 to 60 years old based on estimates. Not much older than those agricultural barns were. and there's carpentry damage, so on. So it's definitely time.
All right. Questions, anyone? I know the times that I've been at events there, there's a little bit of a issue with the access. You know, like if it rains a lot, it'll be muddy. I mean, if there's rock there, are you all thinking about any other like access improvements besides the roof? Or
Not short term, but that's something we'll definitely have to look at. That's just with the gravel roads all around is what you're referring to.
yeah, people that don't walk well, you know, they'd like to pull up right to it, and I don't know if it's just been a mud issue or what, but they haven't been able to do that. You know, walking up to there is just a little rougher. It's not terrible, but could probably use to be a little more accessible. Okay, questions, anyone? Anyone opposed to moving that forward? All right, that'll move forward to the next meeting. Is there anyone here with anything else coming from the council for the work session?
Mayor.
Mr. Crane.
Mayor, I might just announce that I did receive word late this afternoon that Tom Cunningham, longtime legal counsel for the city going back to the 80s, passed away a few days ago. So if you could keep Tom and the firm and his family in prayers, that'd be great.
Certainly will do that. He's had a big impact on a lot of city functions. So, well, I try to drag this out because I know you don't want to get out of this meeting that quick, but we're here. So if there's nothing else. Is there a motion for adjournment?
So move.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you all for coming.